Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode here on the OmathaCraft Season 4 server. We are here back at our base. In the past few episodes, we were actually over in the gaming district building up a few mini-games. Now, today that's not what we're going to be doing. We're going to be back here at the base and doing another one of our builds. Around our base, we have been filling it up with this industrial style theme, and I want to continue that in today's video by completing one of the projects that we need to complete. And if we take a look in my hotbar, you'll see that I've got a whole bunch of our block palette items in there. We've got our polished basalt, we've got our blackstone, we've got our cyan terracotta, quartz, all of that business. And let's pop on our armor, and we're just going to swoop down right over here, and let's go and take a look at where we're going to be working in today's video. Way back, fairly early in the season, we found that we had a 4-chunk slime chunk down to the south of our base, and we dug it out and we built a slime farm which is actually underneath those grass blocks. Now, in addition to this, we also added a couple of other farms on top, mostly during live streams. So on top here we have a melon and pumpkin farm. And then over here we have our cocoa bean farm. Now I am quite tempted to remove these, but we'll have a think about that and see how our building goes in today's video. Well, the hole itself isn't that pretty. If we take a look at it, it's got all the ores exposed. We have just dug straight down and cleared the massive chunk. So I want to today build up some walls, and this is what I want to go with. Now I've done a little bit of playing around with different designs, and I want to go with this for a couple of reasons. It's fairly simple. It's still quite resource intensive because we got to spread this the whole way around the hole, but I think this will look pretty cool. I've also got some wider plans for what we're going to do to really polish this up and tie it in with the rest of the base, because at the moment, well, not too much is going on, and if we stand up here, yeah, it's just a big drop and it's not really linked in with the rest of our base. So in today's video, that is what we are going to be fixing, and to do that we need to start by building up these walls, and I think it's going to be quite a big grind, but let's jump straight into it. Oh yes, look at that. This actually didn't take too long to build up, and I was quite surprised by that. But I tell you what, it really has eaten through our resources. If we had to take a look in that shulker box, that's all the basalt we've got left. We're almost out of terracotta. Yeah, we're running low on resources. I mean, the blackstone we're all right on from our Christmas present from Vortex, and same with quartz. Basalt and terracotta we'll have to definitely go and do some farming for. But I tell you what, I love the look of these walls. They look incredible. They really give me this sort of futuristic vibe, and I absolutely love it. Now you'll see what we've done is we built it up to the same height all along, and obviously that does overhang this grove down here. We will be fixing that, but not straight away, because we've got to work out what we're actually going to do with the rest of this structure. But first we obviously need to complete the rest of the walls. It's a bit of a mission and it'll take a bit of time. We're definitely going to have to head to the mining desert and probably head to our basalt generator, which is actually off in the corner right over here. If we take a look, that's our very temporary basalt generator. I think we're going to have to come up with some efficient automatic farm to farm this stuff, because I tell you what, standing here and going like that, yeah, that's not too efficient, is it? Let me dump off that regular basalt. We definitely have to find a better way around doing that. But yeah, I tell you what, I am loving the look of this so far, and this is going to look so cool. To me, it reminds me of quite a futuristic look, but it fits in with the base theme really, really well. And for the ideas I've got for the top of this thing, yeah, I think this is going to be amazing. Are you ready? Let's take a look at it. Yes, yes. I like this. This pattern has worked so well in this build. To me, it's given me sort of this futuristic sort of vibe, but also sticking with the same block palette we've used throughout more of the modern buildings in our base, and I love it. It's looking awesome. Now, you'll notice one small change to the design that I have done. Due to the size of this farm, we've done each module here, that is 3 blocks wide of the cyan terracotta, but that does mean in the middle, we have the 2 blocks wide one. As you'll see, that happens on the both sides. So what I've decided to do is actually add water on the in-between here. Now there's some weird funky visual error going on there, but that doesn't matter too much, especially when we look at it from above. It looks really good. I think the water really adds something to the build. It just brings in a little bit of that blue, getting away from just that so much grey, but I tell you what, it really ties it all together. Around the back, things are still looking a little bit messy. Obviously, we haven't designed the back of this thing, nor the top of this thing yet, and I'm still playing around with a few ideas in my head of what I want to do yet. So we'll have a little think before we start building, but I think the next thing I want to do is I want to remove all of those farms down there. I want to remove the melon and pumpkin farm, and I want to remove the cocoa bean farm. We didn't really use them as much, so I don't think they're necessarily we need to keep them. However, we could always rebuild them up in the future if we think we need more melons and pumpkins or cocoa beans. Once we've done that, I want to remove the grass floor. Now, that's a pretty big job because the grass floor hides up the slime farm, which is down below. And the slime farm, well, it spawns slimes and it does look a little bit ugly. So I think I'm giving myself a bigger project. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but I want to remove the glass floor from this thing because it'd be nice to be able to see this farm in action. So I think that's what we're going to be doing next. Now, with those two farms removed, this thing looks even stranger, and why on earth is there a bit of redstone dust up there? Well, let's go and capture that. We obviously want to keep as much redstone dust as we can. I think it is now time to move the chest monster up to the surface, because now it is time to get rid of the grass floor, and we'll see what it looks like now. Now, we definitely have to do a bit more building work to tie this bit in to the bottom. I'm not too sure if we're going to carry this the whole way down to bedrock. One, because the resources for that will be insane. And two, I don't know, it might block off the farm a little bit and get in the way. So I wonder if there's another way we'll be able to tie it in. One thing I am thinking is that if we clear out just a little bit of space, if we were just to clear out a little bit of space here, you'll see that this overhangs this the side wall by a fair bit actually. So we do need to tie it in, and I'm thinking we have some kind of diagonal thing that goes down to about the eye level or just above the eye golems there. So it sort of looks like this is a big retaining wall on that wall there. But then down in the farm itself, I think what we might do is go through and remove all the blobs of other types of blocks and just have it plain stone. That'll smarten it up just a little bit more. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, because now it is time to rip out all of this grass. As you saw, we removed the grass roof and it is looking cool. But yes, it does look a bit weird with this just stopping right there. And this is what I've come up with. This is the best way I think we can tie it in, or at least bring it inwards, because we need to make sure we've got all of this room here clear, and even that isn't great because that might be blocking off the big slime, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, no, that's a bit better than it was. I'm just going to have to repeat this the whole way round now. That shouldn't take too long, but I am thinking, now I really want to continue this the whole way down to bedrock. I've continued this connection piece the whole way round, and as you'll see, I decided I'd do a little bit of playing around and see if I liked it connecting down right down and incorporating it into the walls. And I tell you what, that makes such a big difference compared to this. So I think we are going to have to do the mammoth task of replacing all of these walls, and as you'll see, I already started just to show the difference. I mean, look at the difference this makes. Having it go the whole way down, this build looks a million times cooler compared to how it would look if we just had that. Yeah, I think this is going to be one big project, and this takes a lot of time. But to be fair, it's fairly simple. We're only just placing blackstone, and then every 5 or 6 blocks, we're then placing the polished basalt so it runs the whole way down. And if we were to stand up at the top, which is where we're most likely... Wow, okay, I'll fall off the edge there. If we can land up the top, just up here, you'll see it really makes, even if you can't see the whole way down to the magma down there, I tell you what, it just makes such a difference. I've also gone to the effort of actually changing up the boxes the iron golems are in, so it does look really smart. Maybe we might change up these birch fences, which are holding them in, but then again, it adds a little bit of contrast, and I think it works all right. Now, it's also making me thinking... I quite like to replace this top slab here with blackstone to really match the theme. Wow, I am giving myself a lot of work to do, but you know what? It's a bit of a grind, but I think we're just going to have to crack on and do it. Oh dear. I just had a kamikaze creeper. It jumped out of either that cave up there. I was just digging down this wall. I tried to knock it off onto the magma blocks, but it got too late and it's blown up all of this here. Oh dear. Hopefully that's not too much damage, and if I was to clear out all of the rubbish in my inventory, we might be able to pick up this and actually replace most of this. That's annoying! It was all going so well, and I was thinking while working on this, we really need to actually safe this area right up. As you will probably know, around my base, underneath the base, we've made it super mob proof. However, the slime farm isn't, and around this area here it can get really quite deadly. Most of the caves aren't lit around the slime farm, and I was just thinking towards the end of the episode we're going to have to go around and light up all of these caves to make our slime farm super efficient. And now there's a skeleton up there, please don't shoot me. Yeah, this is a pretty big mess here, and yeah, that is another job to add to our long list of things we need to do. Ah, we got a lot of cave lighting up to be doing. Oh my word. Oh my word. I can't believe what's just happened. I can't believe what just happened.
I was on my webcam like by accident.
I literally screamed. I was like, "Fly!"
I
And
couldn't.
you just fell.
Yeah.
Oh no, a ghast has blown up my stuff. Oh gosh, I'm dead.
Oh my word. Oh, what's going on?
No, there's stuff everywhere.
I can't believe what's just happened. So I went through the portal and then I dropped. Because I thought the terrain wasn't loading, so I didn't think I was dropping.
Oh.
And then by the time the terrain loaded, I looked up. I started spamming firework rockets upwards. It was just too late.
So you've lost everything as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well. I can't believe what just happened. Me, Vortex, and Barry were all online on the server, and we decided Vortex didn't have... He's just dying. He's in a death loop. Vortex didn't have an elytra, so me and Barry said, come on, let's get Vortex into the end. Let's go end raiding. And we'll get Vortex an elytra, because that's so useful in the game. So we go to the end, and we're jumping around. Me and Barry are sort of flying ahead, scouting the area. And then Vortex enderpearls to an island and misses. Hits a block and falls into the void. Then Vortex heads back to the overworld to go to his nether base, which is where he's currently at, to try and just get some backup gear on so he could come and meet us and we find an elytra for him. Me and Barry, he's in a death loop. Me and Barry went through a portal and the chunks didn't load for me. So for me, it looked like I was just floating. I thought, okay, that's normal. We'll just wait for them to load in. And then before I knew it, I was taking damage. I was spamming firework rockets upwards. It was too late. We have died, and we have lost everything. All of our gear, our elytra, all of our tools. Apart from our netherite shovel and our netherite hoe. I mean, look, the sort of things that survive. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a grind getting back our gear. So what do we have in there at the moment? We've got a diamond sword. We've got our trident. We can use it as a weapon. And of course, we do have our chest plate because we don't tend to wear that too often. And we don't have a spare elytra in there, but we do actually have this box here full of some gear. So we do have an elytra. That's brilliant. We don't have to go hunting for that. We've got some food. I can't believe what's just happened. I was taking a bit of a break from working over at the slime farm and to do this and chill out with the guys, but clearly that is not the case for today. One thing we do need to do is take a look at our netherite supplies and see if we do have netherite supplies. We've got 3. That's not enough because we're going to want stuff for tools and all of our armor. Diamonds isn't a problem. We've got a load of diamonds there. We're just going to have to go on a mad enchantment run. How many diamonds? We got some diamonds there as well. Okay. I think we got some more at the shop. I can't believe this late into the season we're going to have to make a whole brand new set of gear and probably go on the ancient debris hunt. This is incredibly insane. Yeah, well, that's throwing a spanner in the works for the episode. So I guess let's get to the grind. Let's go and head over to our villagers, which are over in the trading booth over there, and see what sort of books they've got on offer. I'm guessing we're going to need to do some trading with a load of the melon and pumpkins that we got from the melon pumpkin farm before we traded. We closed that down. Yeah, I think we've got some work to do on grinding up all of these books, but luckily, I think from what we've got over here, we've got our mending villager. That's brilliant. And hopefully, actually, these guys here, they might sell us stuff that we want to get. And we might use these instead if we lower down their prices even more. But it looks like my mending and breaking villager 3, he's gone. He's not there anymore. I don't know where he's gone. That's a bit sad. So we might have to find another source of unbreaking. I don't know if we've got any other villagers who like to do unbreaking here. It seems not, which is a little bit of a shame. But I guess we're just going to have to crack on and get on the grind, getting all new gear. I cannot believe that happened. Well, look at us now. We're back in blue and I'm not used to this. We do have 3 netherite ingots and we are going to have to get some more because obviously 3 netherite ingots will not cover 6 pieces of diamond gear. I can't believe this. So we've resumed and we've got our sword back. We now have our pickaxe back and our axe. And then we also have a brand new set of gear just there. Oh, I can't believe that happened. I'm still in shock. I tell you what, I've spent such a long time here at the Ender Ender getting tons upon tons of levels and making use of our enchanting and our anvil setup back there. And I tell you what, that has been immensely useful to get this job done. However, there are some things we need to do because of this. We need to go and deliver off some diamonds to a few people because of what they've done for us. They've given us some books and they've helped us get this gear back. So I believe we need to go to Barry, Vapor and Cal, as they've all helped us out in some way or another to drop off a few diamonds as a little bit of a thank you. So yeah, let's head back to the overworld and let's go on a little bit of a visit to their bases. Now what I've done is I have put together 3 shulker boxes, and the shulker boxes just says thank you from Rover, and we've given them 6 diamonds and a stack of obsidian. I thought the obsidian would be a good idea because you never know when you need obsidian, and it's one of those blocks that's a bit of a pain to get hold of. So now we need to go to the 3 of their bases, and I think the first person's base I'm going to go to is over in Communal, and that is Mr. Vapor's base, and I believe if we go through this portal just here, we should be nearby. And here we are at Vapor's little hut just here. I'm just going to leave this right in the doorway just there. There we go. We've got our box just set up there. I'm going to shut the door because obviously that's a good thing to do. Now let's head over to the Fantasy District. Here we are at the lovely Fantasy District. This is Barry's base. I'm not sure if I've actually showed this one off on camera before, but actually, yeah, we did, didn't we? We built up this door for Barry. I forgot all about that. But if we press the button, I believe, yes, there we go. The door still works. I'm glad to see it. Let's pop Barry's box right down there. There we go. Thank you very much, Barry. And I've shut myself in, so let's let ourselves out. And here we are at the Halloween. Whoa! Take a look at this. All of the ground is covered by, this is Crimson Nylium. Wow, this looks so cool. This works so well for the Halloween district just here. Wow, Cal did tell me a few days ago that he'd be doing some work over here, that I should come and check it out. And wow, yes, I should come and check it out. Look at this, it looks incredible. What a difference this has made from the ugly green swamp colour. Wow, and I don't know what this is just here. This looks like some kind of farm skeleton. Oh, it's like a little barn for horses. That's awesome. I absolutely love that. I love how it's such a bright colour. Is this meant to be like a skull or something? Feels like that could be some kind of sort of skull shape for the Halloween district. But obviously over here, the king of Halloween is Mr. Cal, and let's go up to his base and let's go down to the area and drop it down below. And here we are in the bottom of Cal's base. Let's drop off that box. There we go. And there we go. We've delivered our thank yous and our presents off to our friends for helping us out. Now, you may have noticed in the last few clips in the video, a little icon down in the bottom of the screen, and down there it is. There we have the little microphone icon, and that is because now on the OmathaCraft server, we have a voice proximity chat. That means that when we are near players, we're able to talk to them without having to join a call, which is really cool. Now, we're still playing around with it and sorting out the technicalities of it all, but this is a new experiment for us on the server. We're not sure if we're going to keep it, but it's fun to play around with and see if we can get it to work. So hopefully a little bit later on in the episode, or in the next episode, we'll hopefully be able to showcase that working. Now, on top of that, we've also added something to our personal Discord server. Now, the OmathaCraft group has its own Discord server, and it is public. You can join the OmathaCraft Discord server, chat with us, and chat with the other people who are a part of that group. We obviously have a more private section to talk about what we are doing on the OmathaCraft server, and in that section we now have a new addition. That new addition is that people in the Discord server can talk to me on the server and vice versa. So if I was to send a message in the chat, they would see it in the Discord and they can talk right back to me. So we're playing around with a couple of new additions to the server just to see how it works and if we like playing around with them. But for now, it's back to this project here. This has really taken such a long time. If we're to swoop down here, let me show you what I've done so far. We have this wall pretty much complete. We've got the end bit here to do. Well, I was just about to start working on this, and then the inevitable happened and I was in the void. So this has taken a fair whack of time. It doesn't take too long doing the gaps, these parts here, but I tell you what, filling in all the blocks where the iron golems are is such a pain. It's really fiddly and annoying trying to get in there with the iron golems and then making sure they don't fall down. It's a little bit of a pain, but we are getting there bit by bit. Now we are being able to be quite cheeky and lucky here because actually down here, we don't have to fill in these walls because they won't be seen. And I don't want to waste resources on things that definitely won't be seen. However, one thing that will be seen is the base spawning platform. Now, this spawning platform down here we made it out of stone brick slabs, and I'd like to change that. I'd like to change it to match the same theme. Now, once again, we obviously don't have to do the lower levels. We might do the edges, possibly, to make it look and just final that up. But we definitely want to change the top layer, and what I'm thinking is doing something really nice and simple, following the same theme as this. We're going to have quartz around the edge, and then we're just going to have black stone slabs in the middle, and hopefully that'll blend in with this all together really quite nicely. But I tell you what, the grind really is on. I need to start breaking some blocks and placing a lot more blocks to get this build complete. It is time. I cannot believe how long this has taken. It is time to put the final basalt pillar into this build. Now, it still does not mean that this build is completed, but I tell you what, it's taken so much longer than I thought it would when I started it. I should have realised that this was a fairly big project, actually, and it was going to take a lot of resources and actually a lot of time, but that didn't come to my head, and here we are. We're going to place in the final blocks. Let's just jump down onto that platform there, place in the final few basalt blocks, and look at that. The walls are complete on both sides. If we are to fly around, you'll see this side here is complete, and so is this side over here. Absolutely brilliant. I'm loving this. Yes, this build is still not complete, but sadly, I cannot believe how long this has taken me. I'm going to have to do this in between episodes. So what we have left to do is we're going to replace this top platform like we discussed down here. We're going to replace this with a nice quartz trim and then make black stone slabs and just cover this layer just here to really tie this all together. And then I think at the start of the next episode, we're going to tie off and finish off the top of this build, because obviously we don't want to be leaving it looking like this, because that is a little bit of a mess. So in the next episode, we'll definitely have to finish off this project, but I cannot believe all that's happened in today's episode. We're back in blue. But as I said, that is all the time I have for today's video. So if you've enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.